Jhin or kind of that utility AD carry to pair with the Zoe where you're both playing at a... But everyone except for Humanoid wants to dive in.
Yeah.
And I don't mind this in the context of the Swain. Something could be learned, something could be studied. Otherwise, it would have been pretty just, you know, bog standard top lane.
Yeah. Oh, Linces finds Bukata here, flags and drags in. Doesn't look like Bukata will win this.
Oh, Breaker flash
what the hell?
past. The team's on the way up, but what?
Hey?
Oh, okay. The first blood. Now they're gonna go for more. Trimby's in trouble. Guys, I'm dizzy. I don't know what to say about that particular sequence of plays other than it's working out incredibly. Flash in, Carzzy. Well played.
People always talk about Mel's W. Who cares about Mel's W? That one is just like...
It's annoying.
It's annoying, but the Mel Q is the real problem with the design.
You gotta remember when Yasuo came out, people were like, win wall. And it's like, bro, he's dashing 50 times in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, Linces on the bot lane here.
Flag and drag. Trimby locked up. Carzzy grabs another really straightforward game from Linces. A little bit of a lack of vision from the side of
Really nice to this game. He has such good front line, such good engage. And as we talked about, you really want the quirky NAMI to be the one finding some sort of advantage.
Yeah.
And now looking for a gank here through lane. Does have the ultimate. Fleshy crucially has no flash. So I think that's a good target to look for because Carzzy has both the ulti and the flash, so it's hard to lock him down.
Through immediate instantaneous ult. He's going to respond with all of his own, and well played by the side of Shifters.
Beautiful execution. Simple as they get the Vi ultimate into the Nami tidal wave. And Fleshy ends up going down. Knock looking for the solo kill.
Going all out. Quick flash back from Rooster. Revolutionary War style and just shoot at each other with muskets. He doesn't. But that's not really how League is played. And it turns out when you have advantages in so many lanes, you just get to wander up top, put a robot to sleep, and kill him.
Well played to Humanoid. It's a beautiful roll.
The pressure in mid lane or bot lane to respond to this. They're not going to get anything out of the potential attempted punish on Knock after he roams mid. So
played. No, looks like he still doesn't have it. So both Paduk and, oh my god, Trimby is dead.
Trimby trying to get away with some additional movement speed. Bukata is there. Flash backwards. So much fall-off damage onto Linces. Immediately the Vial coming out as well. The cease and desist. And the shutdown for Paduk. You can see why Linces went for the play. But Trimby just happy to
herald 4 shifters. So they don't get much more than just the gold bounty from Linces. That's Humanoid.
He knew. Him. Oh, and the equal. Oh, he's just dancing on him. Bukata is going to back up as well. It's a lot of damage coming in from Rooster. Humanoid, though, taking his sweet time, and Fleshy going to take the kill. Humanoid's presence is in Wayne's.
Yeah.
But it's good to be reminded of what it looks like when he's having a good game. It's Carzzy taking a lot of damage. Paduk is going to get caught out here.
It's a little bit deep.
Big shield coming in from Carzzy is good. Paduk flashing out barely living. Q flash from Bukata. Bit of redemption after the fumble earlier in the game, and now Fleshy's in trouble. Linces can try to save, but I think Fleshy still drops here. They're debating which one's real. Almost trip him up. Bukata grabs another. Actually, Nuke takes the kill. Nice to have.
A really nice flash Q by Bukata. I don't think anybody's really going to be getting through to him just yet before Nuke or Paduk gets their penetration.
Tower. Nuke going over the wall. Claw not gonna hit. No root, so no real chance to follow up. Fleshy just throwing down a little bit of poke here. Turns invisible, but Bukata immediately collapses. The tidal wave to follow. Nuke to grab another kill, and Fleshy overconfident again.
Some big mistakes from Fleshy here. They engaged on mid lane, where he spent this flash, and now he has no flash for this play. It's Rooster with the first move. But Humanoid.
B caught out. Tidal wave to hit a couple, but he's going to take a quick nap. Quick trip back to the fountain. Supports the #1 target for both.
Going over for Vitality.
Picking up their second. Of course, for either side, Chemtech, you know, solid to have. The Soul, really, really good.
Well, and you have no healing champions. I guess Knock has some healing in his ultimate, and you have Thunder Sky, but Humanoid.
On the Humanoid, just going to flash out. The bubble missing is big, though. Vault Breaker to come through. Follow-up damage is there, and Humanoid goes down.
I told you, he would die.
Prophetic.
It's never going to be a perfect game as shifters are now running away. Paduk is caught.
Another decent engage, but Paduk is still living for now. Big Corky follow-up damage to Q-Flash again from Bukata. Carzzy goes in and dies. Didn't really have a better option. But shifters holding the line. The early game was looking a little bit disastrous, but now they're fishing for a fight. Knock go unstoppable, uses the footwork to dash into Linces and make his way out.
I'm so shocked there that Paduk is the one that gets engaged on by 2 people dead from Vitality. They could look to contest here. Knock-Knocko is tanky, but they just don't have any of their damage.
And there's a lot of damage in that pit. If Knock-Knocko goes all out, he's going to get killed really quickly. Fleshy, pretending to be humanoid. No ulti of his own available, maybe just hoping his presence will scare him off. Real humanoid there now, and Lince is on the flank. I think they should just be happy that the Baron got stopped, but they're debating. Maybe feel like they can push, extend the play.
Yeah, Knock-Knocko looking to cancel some bases some more, as it's Vitality are starting the Nash now.
Okay, it's their turn. Mom and Dad said it's their turn on the Baron.
Good poke from Humanoid.
Nuke still hasn't ulted, still has the Ghost and Flash. Just be careful not to overcommit. Immediately going to ult before the sleep can come all the way through, and Lince is down. That's the key to start the fight. The fall up there for Bukata. Nuke refusing to die. Knock-Knocko pulls it back, but might just pull him to his own death. No! Manages to get one in return. The shutdown onto Nuke, but it's Shifters now with control of the Baron.
But it's an absolute disaster for Vitality, as it's Shifters that were willing to drop the Nash and move away from it, but then Vitality decided they want more. They want the fight.
Gotta respect it. A little extra empowered passive damage. Definitely feels good.
If they can trade Inhib for Inhib here, it's a pretty good trade for Vitality, but Humanoid is looking to base now. Maybe wants to fight.
Fleshy has Protobelt ulti, as well as the Seekers. Flash in onto Rooster, trying to kick the fight off. He's just going to turn right back onto Karzi. Karzi now caught in the pit. A lot of damage onto him, and Bukata's on the way as well. That's not good for them either. Vitality thought they had the angle. The 2-man immediate start to the fight is looking good. Trimby down, but Nuke now starting to look a little bit unkillable. As I say it, though, half his HP gone in the blink of an eye. Another half to follow. But he got a bit of healing, so he's still alive. Another bubble hits. Oh my God, Humanoid!
From downtown! Humanoid is good.
It's looking damn good. It has not been perfect. There's been some oopsies, and depending on what part of the game you watch, that graphic could have been incredibly rude or incredibly flattering. Nuke waiting in the brush. Clone gonna body block there. Nice to have that. Lince is ready to go over the wall. They know Trimby's on the opposite side, which makes the fight a little bit trickier, although the tidal wave, excellent disengage tool. Nuke's about to get put to sleep. I don't know if anyone wants to block this, and no one really can. Nuke about to get deleted. Knock-Knocko tears him out of the fight. Karzi quick now to follow. Nuke living for an extra second, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough because Paduk is already down. Lince with a quick follow-up dive, putting in the work. Fleshy there as well. Oh, and it's just Rooster and Bukata, and there's nothing left.
Oh my God, Vitality have found the fight off of the shoulders of Humanoid. They found the miracle they needed. They get the Baron Nashor, unless Bukata is going to look for the steal.
Quick cue over the wall.
He has no vision.
He has no vision. He doesn't know.
But he might
fall.
I mean, it would be weird if he queues over after.
That would be crazy. I'm ready. Let's get another fist fight. And it looks like you're right. Vitality already set up on the objective. You can see the vision very much in their favor, but Shifters laying down some vision, instantly going to start TPing in.
It's a good bubble on the TP.
Knock-Knocko ready. Bukata getting close, though. W going to pull through, immediately going to ult Fleshy, try to split him from the rest of the team. Rooster going to follow, but now Bukata's just in the back line, not doing a whole hell of a lot. Paduk only able to hit Knock-Knocko, which is just not the ideal target. Nuke staying relatively healthy. Humanoid doesn't have a ton of space to work, but he's still going to get another kill. Bukata about to get rooted, forced to flash out. A double kill coming in from Karzi. Karzi completely ignored in the fight. The triple is there. Very likely the quadra, and he grabs it. Vitality just dissecting Shifters. Desperation, the story of so many of these fights for this Shifters lineup.
And Vitality get everything here. They get the ace. They're going to look to run down the game. A beautiful fight from Karzi with the flank. He decides to go 1v2 against Paduk and Trimby, plays it nice and slow, and is able to take all of them down with the quadra kill. Not going to see a penta here today for Karzi, but I think he's still plenty happy.
I think he's feeling pretty good. And remember, Vitality, they were in control of the early game. It was Shifters who fought back, but in the later stages of the game, Humanoid and Vitality doing a ton of work.
It was a shifty one, back and forth it went.
It was.
But it was Vitality that came out on top. They seem to thrive in the chaos. I guess some things never change.
Some things do never change. Humanoid fitting into the expectations of this lineup, which is, it's hard to have expectations. It's hard to know what you're going to see.
Yeah.
But what we saw today, I liked it.
I liked it a lot. That was one of the, maybe the best Humanoid games I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
For me, definitely player of the game.
Well,
player of the series.
Yeah, there you go. At LEC on X, Knock-Knocko and Lince.
With Poby on this immobile carry, I think both Skeens and Mikix will be looking to make a lot of plays around leader. I think Wunder is just going to kind of have this kind of
fist fight
to the death.
Leader, no. It's a 1v1. It's honorable.
Leader's
No,
ghosting.
he's not interested. Flash over the wall. Full committal to Reletch. Okay, Reletch is living longer than they wanted. He's still got Q3. Dashes over the wall. Oh, blinking health bar.
So nice answer from them. Skeens is a little bit behind Reletch now in the camp department off of those two plays. Although the objectively correct way to play Sion is to buy full lethality and sit in bushes. So
yeah, which we would get to see.
He's going top lane.
Double realm warp top. Spin, the silence, there's nowhere they could go. They just get the first blood. SK punishing the missing sums, getting themselves a bit of a gold advantage, putting that gold back into one. You can see already completing the AD quest. Not that, yeah, it makes a huge difference at this point, but nice to have.
Yeah, I mean the teleport. Could look to teleport to join his team here and look to ulti in. They have to pull the trigger fast though. 6k, Maintor already keeping in.
Exhaust flash ulti available for the Rakan. A lot of room to potentially make plays. Wonder there to try and get the smite secure. Flash in for Reletch, he just takes it! Oh, that is not what you want to see. Poby on the flank, 1v1ing with leader, but it might not matter. Big ulti going in from Somdi, but the damage not quite there yet as Yappa going all out, looking to transcend himself. A clean flash over the Rakan. He still gets locked up for a moment, but he manages to take one with him. Wonder trying to finish off Poby. Wandering forward, the silence, the knock up on the rupture does not get it done. A double kill for Reletch.
It's a 3 for 2 for SK, but crucially, it's Reletch that steals the Herald and Poby gets to pick it up. A really nice angle.
Basically, bot wave pushing in the favor of SK if that's what they want to play through. Top wave slowly building in favor of NAVI. It looks like will eventually need to be answered. Might just be another 50-50. Realm Warp in. It looks like only Mickey X going to get delivered. Instantly goes in on Somdi trying to find the ball, but there's just no damage there. Wonder finally getting involved in the fight. We'll get away from the Decimating Smash. Another ulti for Somdi doing good damage. Down goes Skeens. Only gets a tick of that ulti before he drops a triple kill for Somdi.
It's a disaster for SK as they're being chased down. Navi are routing them. Poby with the ultimate. Reletch is going to find leader as well. He has the flash.
They're trying to sprint out to safety.
Yoppa trying to outplay it as well.
You just can't out-damage Somdi. The red-white.
Leader just barely gets out, but Navi are getting absolutely everything here. Realize that they lose the mid-prio. But this Drake will go down very fast. Navi wants to try to finish it.
Poby laying down the wall. Wonder split from the rest of the team. Skeen's looking for an angle into the backside. Paris initially going to kick things off, but the Drake is already gone. Navi now starting to peel back. Ulti from Somdi is huge damage, but the follow-up CC is there. Down goes Somdi. A hope for SK as they try and turn the fight. Reletch healing up big. Has the Cloud Soul. He's so damn fast. Skeen's going down, but I don't think they can kill this Aatrox. Yoppa forced back. Reletch again taking over. Already got 2. Looking to make it 3 as Poby takes the final kill.
SK got Somdi, but it's Reletch and Maintor that are the unkillable raid bosses, just wrecking havoc in the back line. And even though SK had a great start to the fight, it's not enough. It's 4 members down.
And this is the other struggle for them because their AD is down in Ina because Yoppa doesn't have that armor penetration.
Somdi, what are we doing here?
Somdi trying to keep the fight going, but it looks like he's just going to die. Wonder eats him.
I don't know. Cho'Gath eats a lot of things, and he doesn't become all those things. If you eat, like...
What? Okay, but I'm saying that like the reason he can be infused with the power is because of the things that he's eating, and then Cho eats that guy. And then if Tom eats him, these are the things you have to think about, Jack. These are the questions that keep me awake at night.
But Cho'Gath doesn't have... I guess with his little hands, he could hold the guns.
Maybe. Hard to say for sure. Is Reletch. Oh, God, every Q is hitting. The ulti from Somdi, good initial damage. Pairs with a quick follow-up, and suddenly Maintor out of nowhere with the steel chair. Crushing dreams. The flick doesn't quite connect, but Navi, they're Goomba stomping him.
Maintor from downtown here crushes SK's dreams as they're looking to end the game. Maintor TPing back. They're on to the Nexus Towers. SK need a miracle as leader is trying to clear out this wave, but it's 2 cannon minions here that are continuing to battle down this tower. They do have the grubs as well.
Yoppa finally has 3 items, but I think it's too late. The immediate exhaust onto Skeens. Getting chunked out as Mickey's finally here, trying to protect his jungler. The heal used.
Navi.
1 tower left.
Need to back off here. Elder in 2 minutes.
All right, leader ready to go mid.
An incredible flank here.
This is such a deep flank. Can they kill Somdi fast enough? Knock up onto Reletch, pretty far forward. Silence to interrupt the Decimating Smash. Skeen's going to the backside. Paris trying to interrupt. That's the spin. Leader tries to get the damage down into Obi, but now he's backing away. Somebody just splits to turn right back on top of him. Wonder wants to fire back, but now they don't have any damage to kill Relapse. Never mind, Yopa getting a little bit done, but they split away. They kill the flanker. Leader's already dead, and it's falling apart for SK.
It's 3 for 1 here. As NAVI are looking to just push mid, they just want to end the game. Paris will look to continue canceling Yopa's base here.
It's a play.
Yopa can't base. Tali and Rakan will continue canceling his base. Wonder needs to get it off, but I don't know if he can hold 1v2.
A little bit extra movement speed already used. Relech and Samdi, a terrifying duo to try to go up against as Wonder wants to clear the way, but they're just going to hit the towers.
Yeah. It's
hoping that maybe he can kill Samdi, but Samdi's killing him a whole hell of a lot faster. Navi, 3-1, moving up to 4-1, taking down SK Gaming. Mickey X, one last desperate stand, but that is not the Gandalf and Helm Deep. Another loss for SK as Navi just continue to impress.
Yeah. SK, they tried to find some miracle engages, but it just wasn't enough. And Navi with Relech at the helm just really continues to impress. Able to play all these top lane champs in jungle that other junglers are not willing to pick, but he's not just making it work, he's carrying the games.
Yeah, not just a good pick, a great performance, and one of 3 options.
Sports are gonna have that high pressure.
Yeah, and it's tough for Los Ratones to start a fight. The range with Caitlyn is good. Oh, Q3 ready to go for Trayson. Trayson just gonna accept this. His boss slowly waddles away. Another bear trap. D mounts as he gets the ulti off. Trayson full committal here. Flashback from boss, and that's first blood for Trayson.
That's a solo bolo.
At the very least for Los Ratones is that they have set up now around the Drake.
Has he been solo kill every game? Oh wow. That's a kind of a crazy statistic.
The bot side is Trayson no ulti.
Oh, boss.
Okay. Boss is gonna remount.
Not a whole lot of damage on Boss's Kled this game.
Reckless going in. The root immediately connects. They want to burn through Saren. They know that he has no ultimate, but they don't commit any further. Cook in, and they're going to take down Velia. Velia's going to ult, but he ulted too late. Sheo grabs the kill. Didn't respect the Jace damage output there.
I'd love to get a replay there. I think Velia misplayed. He didn't get the auto reset on his E, it looked like. Because they for sure.
Velia is going to make sure that he gets the crab. Sheo now running. Nemesis, nice sidestep on the hook, but the ulti in mid lane is going to make things tough.
Oh, Sten has no hook here.
Caught out. This is going to be the kill, given over. Crowny grabs it. You're going to go back to Los Ratones, so a nice pick. They are going to lose plates in the bottom lane. So, costs them a little bit.
Yeah, Ice is able to pick up 1 plate there and deny 1 wave from Crowny.
Crowny?
Oh,
Crowny? Uh-oh. Well, nope, that was not it. That was really bad.
Yeah.
I would love to mince words. That like this team is playing under what their ceiling was when we saw them in ERLs, in EMEA Masters.
Yeah, I could see it. They're quite lifeless.
It's tough.
We'll see how they can play this Drake here.
Or maybe Velia can steal it. Nice, secures the objective. Ice trailing behind, but
Velia wants to find the gank, but Reckless wants to base. And now Baus is, I think, 99% dead, but maybe he can find a miracle.
Black, a little bit more. Flash away. Not quite enough life. 1 more auto.
He gets that remount, and Sheo might end up falling. No flash on him, but
Team Heretic playing on the edge, but really making it work. Again, this top side of the map, Trayson and Sheo really dominating for the entirety of this game. Trayson, especially in the 1v1, is Saren caught out. The E, the flash away, the root to follow. That's enough to get the job done. Nemesis on the board, grabs the kill.
Great sidestep by Nemesis there on the Casio ulti. Quickly clicks back to get out of it, and that ends up being Saren falling with now Nemesis ulting down to bot lane.
Ice into the bot side play. W forward from Reckless. Immediate cleanse going to come out. Ulti doesn't hit, however. Ice now going to try to turn things back with an ult of his own, but he just doesn't really have the damage. And Los Ratones grab another kill.
Yeah, they're making some good plays back to back as they get Ice's son.
Barely able to make it out.
I mean, I think if it hits balls, he's still out, no? Because he's unstoppable and he wouldn't get in front of him. But Ice has no flash here.
Ice caught out again.
Great play by Los Ratones. They find Ice on mid lane. Finally, Crowny getting some redemption. So they're able to now hit mid tower as well. They might be able to break the full turret here. Sten wants to Hex Flash over.
Nah, not the best Hex Flash angle. And again, for Sheo, if he can connect the poke onto Crowny or get into range of Crowny, it feels good. But this is it's about the Collector. You just want Stormranger.
No, but I'm fine with Collector. But you should only buy Collector if you think they're not going to buy armor.
They've rung the bell. It's time to fist fight.
Okay, fight.
Down the bear rope. ready to get things going as he's going to demount. Reckless is in the area. Trayson unstoppable for a moment as the stun manages to connect. Good follow-up damage.
He's dead.
Trayson still lives for a moment. Flash backwards into the footwork. Some good follow-up poke from Sheo, but Los Ratones take control of mid lane, shift their sights now down to the third Drake.
Oh, this would be huge for Los Ratones, but Trayson has the TP. It's crucial that they weren't able to kill him there, as they can look to retake now.
Poke only connects on Develia. Might come down to the 50-50 smite.
They're gonna get up.
Managed to take it and walk away. Well played. 2K gold at this stage. The dopamine of buying a serrated Dirk on your first recall.
Yes. Yeah, obviously, it feels good.
Doesn't
But he didn't do that. He bought Berserker with his first recall.
True.
Oh, but Nemesis doesn't have the ultimate.
Trying to get tricky on the side steps here, but again, you talked about the Cassio so good at walking
Wait a minute.
opponents down, trying to get tricky onto Sheo. Nemesis still living for an extra moment. Oh, good response
Velia's
damage.
here, though.
Velia's here, and they don't really have a whole hell of a lot of CC to stop this Mundo from doing what he wants. Den wants to make the difference, but that Mundo's unstoppable. Saren running for his life. Crowny is here to pick up the kill. And Team Heretics, they're getting overconfident. They've underestimated the Reds. Also, yeah, you highlight it. Might be the victim. Unstoppable now. Sheo trying to get in range to get the target. Will not be targeted as wants to run for his life. Demount. Sheo continues. Yeah, there's nowhere for him to go. Down he goes.
Oh, it's a bad death.
That is a bad
Nemesis is gonna get some plates on bot at least.
He doesn't have the white gun though.
Yeah, he doesn't have crazy good guns for the Nash. And Boss will be up in 20 seconds.
Oh, he's cycling as quick as he can though, and Blue's about to run out. So,
okay, he's gonna have white gun. He has white gun.
all right. Velia has secured a lot of ejections this game. They're gonna need him to secure this one. 5K, getting lower. Nemesis waiting over the wall. Crowny now gonna get locked up. Baron at 3K, getting lower. Team Heretics sets to finish with the health bars. A miracle for Los Ratones. He finds the steal. Team Heretics set to get the objective. They had the setup, they had the damage, but now Nemesis is on the chase. It's a bit of a split fight as Velia's off to the side. 1v1ing Trayson.
Nemesis wasn't able to pick up more kills, but Velia with the steal. Perfect smite at 1390. He gets that objective.
You can see Catharsis.
It was really bad as a team with Baron Nash.
Crowny's just a little bit late. This is the struggle. You really want to have a trap line set up, but he hasn't really been able to put too many down. Hoping to punish. Boss on the flank.
Boss looks for
A
pressure.
little bit bold. Might come down to another 50-50. Lots of poke onto Nemesis. Already that blinking health bar. Objective getting lower and lower. Ice waiting over the walls. Ice ready to go. Ulti there. But Velia gets the soul. Los Ratones immediately barreling forward, and Trayson has been locked up. Boss on the backside trying to create as much space as he can, but his eyes on Ice. Ice who hopes to make a difference, but Velia and Boss are on top of him. Holding on to a bit of hope now as Nemesis takes out Sheo. Crowny keeping it going. Los Ratones taking the fight. Ice goes down. It's the ace.
It's the ace for Los Ratones, and they're looking to run down mid lane. They might have... Now the Nash is the next objective. The next play on the menu, unless Los Ratones can look to find a pick before that. They're looking for Sheo here. The Rise ult comes through. Velia,
poke. Nemesis stepping up. Caught in the unstoppable. Just one-shotting. The knockup's going to finally be there, but it might be a little bit too late. Now Boss is on the way. The charge coming through, but won't find a target quite yet. Instead, they're going to take down the tower. They're going to break open the inhib line. And the confidence and the damage.
The damage from Nemesis is the 4K gold lead on mid lane. Nemesis is truly showing his prowess this game.
Wow. The haters in shambles. Well, maybe not in shambles.
Well, Boss is just pushing bot. They're going to start it.
Boss doesn't really have a wave here. It's going to clear one more. Might opt to stick around. Prey on the 50-50. Finally going to TP to get involved. Unbreakable already used before the fight even breaks out. That could be rough. Ice, red and white, ready to fight the fight, but Boss now stepping up, as is Trayson. The Baron still leashed, 3.9k HP. It's a messy fight. Crowny at half HP. Sheo, huge shock blast onto the back line. It's a very slow, extended fight, and Ice is having a hell of a time with it. Neither side able to knock down a member, and the Baron heals right back up. And there's supers now in the mid lane that demand an answer.
Crowny is looking to just run to lifesteal somewhere, I think, because he has VT. I'm not sure. He's looking for Raptors, trying to find.
They're trying to cancel the recalls. Nemesis ready to turn.
Sheo's in trouble here.
Going back. Reckless is here as well. Sheo going to fall. And that was such a messy, messy fight because Los Ratones had access. Oh, that's gonna be killed. Crowny. Feels
and
good.
Now with 2 kills, they're gonna run for the Nasher.
And how is this the same game that started with Crowny randomly ulting and immediately dying for it? How is this the same game where Boss got solo killed? But I guess that's Los Ratones.
That's Los Ratones.
They've turned it around.
That's the magic they bring.
Second Baron of the game. They have Soul. It's 10 seconds till Elder spawns. Stend is dead for 17. Nemesis is Thanos. Yeah, all these things.
They have all that they need to end this game.
Cooldown is going to be big here. See, Velia still low health, but has access to the ulti. Pops the maximum dosage. Boss isolated upside. Flash forward from Zarin. Immediate follow. Huge damage and traces it into the back line. But Nemesis still stands. The Elder still there. It's beautiful from Team Heretics, but it is too damn late. Los Ratones on the board.
And Nemesis is not going down without a fight as he continues to carry team fight after team fight on the rise. Wow. Nemesis and Velia, just a standout performance from them. And a brilliant game from Los Ratones.
I mean, yeah, again, some fumbles in the earlier stages, but a well-earned win. The steal on the Baron, the countless 2v1 maneuvers, the skill shots dodged. Nemesis completely on fire. You can vote for your player of the game, Velia, Nemesis, or Crowny at LEC on X. All solid options.
See lots of abilities to pick off members in a fight and target one down. So we'll have to see. It feels very much like MKOI trying to shut down pressure through that bottom side and play around that top.
On him as he pathed up towards that blue buff area. And so I think the pathing there is to avoid the ward that would be placed in that situation. Jojo here getting caught out by Yukino, and there's the third auto. I mean, Yukino just walked through the lane. Jojo, I didn't see on the screen him use his flash earlier on. Maybe I missed it as Alvaro goes in for a headbutt pulverize combination. With the Gravitum gun and Infernum here, Prime's taking a lot of damage. Heals himself up with the Caretaker's Shrine, and Super takes the tower shot. Hazel trying to get the damage back down onto Super. A good Dusk Wave, though, forces Hazel low. And, oh, the damage coming out from the Gravitum Q is enough.
And as long as this game doesn't, like, quickly get out of control from KCB through that bottom side, I think you're okay, Zenko.
Yeah, scale up Arfelios has gone back and got himself a cult. Alvaro covering towards the bottom side of this. Is going to get caught out a little bit. Camilo ghosting in here. Looking for Jojo. Misses the overload. But just needs a couple more autos. Prime comes in and secures it. Meanwhile, Camilo tanks the tower shots and Jojo gets the kill. A 1-for-1 exchange so far as Yukino tries to join up with his support. Prime looking to the flash Cosmic Binding, but a cease and desist will lock him in place, and the Caretaker's Shrines won't be enough to heal him up. Yukino trying to trade back in, but is stunned by the trample, and Alvaro and Elioya walk away.
Oh, that does not go the way KCB wants.
A ton on the bot side.
It's also with the crystalline, or the crystals, it feels so much less impactful. Oh,
Hazel stepping forward, headbutt pulverize into the Sever and Moonlight Vigil. Hazel stepped up too early and is swiped down where he stands. Super now looking for a little bit more, adding a bard to his prize. Can't quite get it. Alvaro with the Unbreakable Will there, perhaps looking for more than his AD carry. Yukino defending his mid laner here, but the cease and desist into the seismic shoves enough, and MKOI roaring into life in this game. Jojo survives through it, but the wind becomes lightning, and Jojo becomes fish food. Yukino looking for a bit more damage onto Elioya, who has to flash. Prime comes across. Alvaro with the flash headbutt pulverize there. Didn't quite connect, and now is going to pay the iron price for it. Yukino gets another 3-0-0 now on this Xinqiao.
Yeah.
I mean, Alvaro confused as we are.
So I think, so basically the way you can work Alistair is you can headbutt and then flash in the middle of the headbutt, right? Yeah. But you have to actually wait for the headbutt to connect if you want to get that knockback.
Yeah.
You can flash midway through, but maybe that's what happens.
Seismic shove coming down. Alvaro already went in. Tempered Face going to lock up 4 players here. But I think MKOI are coming out of this cage match on top. Alvaro will fall, but Yukino has no way out as Elioya and Jojo collapse on him and get MKOI's 7th kill of the game.
Nice again from MKOI. And this is kind of what MKOI have been doing such a good job of. The last Stormrazer's complete, because that's slow, doing a lot of work, and Super showing he's more than happy to take these fights. But Dragon up. Oh, Yukino.
Elioya dives in. They've got the Weaver's Wall coming down from the bottom side as well. Crescent Guard out from Yukino to try and survive. Prime and Camilo in good position here to keep on trading in. The pulverize back onto Camilo. Jojo's going to kill off Yukino, and Prime has to take a magical journey to a bit of safety underneath his mid lane tier 1.
Down. Traditionally, that's when you see the flick back come through, but Jojo just waiting until that ultimate from the Zinzao was gone, gets the double flick, and now Super in a 1v2.
Gets the double root into the Moonlight Vigil. Hazel almost falling. Better guns there for Super. Would have spelt his death. Yukino trying to get into the middle of the fray, but it's not going to be able to do it. Realm Walk forward as Jojo is low on mana here. Threaded volley out. Jojo with the unraveled earth has the seismic shove. Doesn't quite clip Kamilu, but I think Elioya might clip him with those fists. Elioya claims his third.
MKOI, but there just doesn't seem to be anything right now. Yukino spawning by on the bottom side will start up the Rift Herald as Miran kind of toasting Tau on this top side.
It's like bow buns, but slightly misspelled. Toasted Tau in the top side as he has to flash away with the all-out. TP's coming in from MKOI. Good cosmic binding onto Mirwin. Tau going forward for a little bit more. Mirwin's got to flash away. Flash headbutts. Jojo secures the kill, and now KCB are running for the hills. Prime has to flash away himself. Cosmic binding gets the stun, but he's roasted where he stands. Mirwin secures the kill.
Mirwin with the hands diff there. Great flash to get away from anything that KCB wants.
Doesn't have the ult or flash. Tau here, about to be collapsed on by MKOI. Knock up into knock up. Tau tanky enough to survive through it. Pathmaker back. Prime comes in with a cosmic binding. Doesn't quite land the stun. The tower's still standing here, but MKOI fighting behind it as Tau chipped away at by MKOI. They'll get another. Realm will bin by Kamilu. MKOI now caught out a little bit, but cease and desist. Dives onto the rise, and he's not doing that. He's falling where he stands. Yukino caught out by Super, trying to find a way out of this one. The Dustwave doesn't quite connect on him, but a Vault Breaker finds its man. MKOI once again collapsing, and KCB doing exactly the same, but in a slightly more detrimental way.
MKOI just played around that wall so well, denying KCB. Oh, hang on a sec.
Oh, Prime almost falling. Hazel trying to protect his Bard. Prime had a wall through, but needed the magical journey, because otherwise Super would have collapsed onto him. Another tower going down. MKOI extend their lead to almost 11k.
Walk up. It's just using the terrain so well there to deny KCB any real entry.
Everyone understanding their jobs as well. Alvaro just acting as that bouncer saying, okay, you guys can try and get past me, but I'm tanky enough that you're just not going to manage it. Has even gone for the Zeke's Convergence for the extra ultimate ability haste on that Alistair. Alongside that, you've got the seismic shoves coming out from Jojo. Elioya picking his mark, picking his man, and finding them every time he can. Once again, finding Yukino here. Crescent Guard out just to defend. MKOI, as you say, definitely the best team in the league right now. Cease and desist. There's no Crescent Guard to save Yukino. And perhaps Zayn was right as Xinjiao dies once again.
This stage, but they're trying to see if they can find picks using the things like the Bard's Magical Journey to get into positions fast, but it's just not enough.
All right, Tau flashing in.
Oh.
The all-out will pull him back near the tower, but not under it. Yukino waiting in the wings, and Tau just burns. Roasted by Mirwin, and now with the TPs coming in and an equalizer, Yukino gets it in the end. 5 of his team, 6 kills, sitting on that Xinjiao, but MKOI make him pay the price for getting towards that blue side jungle. My expectation is you take this, you push out all 3 lanes, because you can. If you want, you can 1-3-1, use both the still such a strong position, almost 3 items already on this Aphelios. Tau's going to get the knockback onto Elioya, who does tank a tower shot, really does more damage than Tau did. Hazel got clipped by just 1 flame of the Infernum as Yukino tries to get Jojo off his wall with the teleports coming in. Alvaro turning the fray back onto the KCB jungler. Seismic shove dodged well. Temper Fate coming out as well with a 2-man stun, but Kamilu's not here and KCB just don't have the damage. Moonlight Vigil almost clips the heels of Prime. Doesn't quite have enough to kill off that Bard, but with 1 man less, KCB really can't defend to come up against the oncoming horde that is MKOI.
And they just get to move up to that top side next as well. The wave already in a decent position. MKOI, they are really putting a chokehold on KCB here. And it's still like Mountain Soul is in 2 minutes. Everything that you could want is still up and available after this.
Alvaro caught out a little bit. Tau jumping in once again. Man, he's been in the oven so long. That guy is burnt by now. He's charcoal. It's a crisp. MKOI, you can't taste good. You can't get much gold out of him. Jojo tanking a tower. And once again, Yukino goes down. Kamilu and Prime trying to stand and deliver, but the post is late. There are delays. The wrong postage. You didn't pay enough for the package or something, KCB, because this game has been all MKOI.
Which is mad, because MKOI put enough stamps on this thing at this stage that you think it would.
And MKOI will turn their attentions towards the last remaining tower outside of the ones guarding the Nexus. And that will very rapidly fall. An equalizer onto Hazel forces him back to base. The 3rd inhibitor goes down as well as Super and Alvaro look for the fight, and Prime is taken out, divided by 2 it seems. Elioya going for a little bit more, dives in with the cease and desist tower, trying to protect his AD carry, but you just can't do anything against this MKOI. An absolute demolition, beautiful stuff from MKOI. In sub 26 minutes, they clean up the game and they claim their second win on the week.
Winning in difficult lanes, winning on the map, absolutely destroying KCB when it came to team fights. I mean, MKOI, that was clean.
It really was. Incredible stuff all around by MKOI. You can vote for one of them in your player of the game. Jojo, Super, or Alvaro are your options. I'm support bias, 100%,
Oh,
but
gotcha.
that was really nice from Alvaro. Like, that's a wild growth if he does get jumped on, a help picks if an equalizer comes down, that little bit of extra shielding to really buff him up and allow him to survive through any initial damage Fnatic can put
We
out.
already kind of said, hey, you don't have a huge amount of setup in your solo lane, so, I mean, Razork trying to get in.
I mean, this is the counterpunch.
Yeah.
Right? He gets the Scuttle Crab, gets 6, and then looks for the invade towards these Krugs. The fear is going to come out from Isma, who doesn't hit 6 from clearing out the Krugs. Locke's coming across to try and protect his jungler's jungle. Dustbringer out from Isma, doesn't get the connection onto Razork, and now Isma needs to back away and wait for support. Pathmaker in by Locke. Jackie's and Vladdy trading down towards the bottom side. Locke getting burnt alive. Crescent Guard out from Razork. Isma can't join the fight at all. Vladdy losing down towards the bottom side. Good flash from Jackie's, but a flash from Emperors, and one away by Vladdy will get him out. Emperors here, saving the day for Fnatic, finds himself a double kill, and this Rumble in the jungle is online.
Great invade from Fnatic. You just had that reset from Jackie's, so he wasn't able to collapse as quick. And it's Razork and Imperos who are getting a ton of work done, but oh, hang on.
Flash forward from Losper here. Noah not tanking the tower, still stunned up underneath it, but Upset not yet level 6. Jun able to keep his AD carry alive, and with the Severum
Probably
coming
would have been enough to pick up the kill on towards Noah. But either way, Giant X surviving the bot lane, and actually it's Isma who's
actually looking towards the top side here. Emperors has that bounty on his head. They'll dive onto him. No flash still on this Rumble. Knocked back by the Entopos. Veered back as well, and there's no escape really. An equalizer down just to clear the wave. Isma and Locke will secure Giant X's first kill of the game. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Noah getting dived a little bit as Losper looked for the play with the heal going in. A wild growth out as well, and Vladdy and Razork on their way across. TP coming out by Locke, still has the all-out to defend. They managed to do so. No teleports right now available to anyone, so it would be a 2v3 if the dive does materialize.
Giant X are playing.
Oh, they're looking for Vladdy.
Yeah, there you go.
Vladdy, paranoia. Everybody's coming to get you the shockwave really early there as Isma unable to get onto Vladdy, who dashed away. Now Razork trying to turn the tides in his favor, but with Jun coming across, maybe he can protect his jungler. Jackie's kept safe. Losper was trying
had Razork in position, and Vladdy ends up using the the EQ combo on the Azir to buy so much space, but ooh,
Jun has to use the wild growth on himself. Razork falling low. Isma looking for the fear here onto Losper, who has used the unbreakable will, and will have Losper. They kind of know. Losper goes in as the cow is immediately polymorph. Flash in. Zeke's convergence coming out as well. Jun trying to flash away, but the Emperor's survival fine too. Noah the Moonlight Vigil with the Infernum isn't going to have the damage, but in the end, a 2-for-1 exchange. Fnatic winning it out.
Lot won out on the bottom side though. Ended up getting the 1v1, getting that kill, but now Razork.
Flash in from Razork. Good shockwave back from Jackie's. Well positioned there. On the ball. Vladdy might look for more though. Razork's going to put down the Rift Herald and the TP out by Jackie's. As he will manage to escape. Crystalline Overgrowth gets chunked out by Razork, and this will be the first tash, at least according to the spectator client here. Kind of locked himself in the equalizer animation when he would have won.
Jackie's trying to come down from the top side, but now we're in towards Dragon, and Lot on the front line.
Razork trying to get in there, but Lot very tanky at the moment. Noah has a bunch of those crescendums. The chakrams around him. Vision cleared out. Lot looking for the knockback. Gets Razork, and there's no escape. The polymorph again means that Razork can't use his Crescent Guard, and with the jungler down, Fnatic have to retreat. Giant X get their second Drake of the few auto attacks if we're going to manage to get this one. Isma going in, clearing out a bit of vision of his own. Emperor's coming in from the side as well. Upset with the slow, with the Slurkle. Paranoia out. Isma dives forward, but Upset gets the kill. His first of the game. Now at 1,000 2 minutes on the next Drake would be sole point for Giant X as Razork Upset and lost the look. Do they know? The Paranoia comes out. Noah survives through it. Moonlight Vigil on the 7. Inferno coming out as well with a TP behind. Jun caught. Tries to flash away, but Isma and Jun have already fallen. Fnatic collapsed perfectly towards the mid lane with an equalizer onto Jackie's, who does still have the flash. The shockwave onto Vladdy and to Razork when it becomes lightning, and Jackie's just able to sidestep it. If Jackie's falls there, I think that's Baron for Fnatic.
They're still chasing on towards Jackie's though, hadn't anywhere to go.
There's no tower there for him. Jackie's might just look for the execute, but Vladdy not going to give him that mercy. Vladdy secures the kill. Flash forward from Lost, but Noah flashes at the right moment. An opportune escape from Noah. Place at the right time really often, and now Fnatic calling Giant X to the Baron pit. Lot does have TP, but meanwhile, right now is right at the bot side. It's going to teleport in. The Baron down to about 7,000. It's a tricky one because Lot can just face check. Losper looking for that flank position. Paranoia coming out. Noah chipped away. Losper trying to get onto the backline. Immediately dives onto Noah. The wild growth out. There's a polymorph too. Razork jumping in, and Anafalios is sent to the moon. Upset gets another. Giant X all flash out as Fnatic clean up the fight and now turn their eyes back towards the Baron.
That nearly looked dicey for Fnatic. Giant X getting the combo onto 2 members, but Lospa jumping on towards Noah, and it's panic stations for Giant X as they try to save the AD carry.
And that's the weakness, right? If Noah's dead, Jackie's isn't strong. He's very good at protecting himself when he needs to.
He's also kind of just bringing death, to be perfectly honest.
That he is. 4 kills so far on the game. Noah trying to clear out this wave. Lospa flashes in, gets the headbutt, looks for the pulverize backwards. The Paranoia coming out as well. They've dived onto Noah. Moonlight Vigil goes to absolute Narnia. Jun caught out on the backside as Fnatic ripped through Giant X. Jackie's having to flash away. Razork looking for the chase, but now with the Baron buff and another couple of waves, Fnatic might just go for the win.
Fnatic, confident play on the day, flashes, everything burnt to make sure they can take this one.
Jackie's and Isma, what can you do against 5 men of Fnatic? Empress flashes in, trying to take the game into his own hands. Upset doing the same. Forces Isma back to the fountain. Can't quite clip his wings as he sits there and watches Fnatic claim the win in convincing fashion.
It was a slow-paced game, but Fnatic clean, calculated, and honestly, absolute heroics from Lospa. What a performance on the Alistar.
His ability to find Noah in those fights was sublime. You can vote for him in your player of the game, or Razork, or Vladdy as your 2 other options. I do think mid-game Vladdy and Razork teamed up really well to keep Jackie's on a leash. We saw that top lane play with the shockwave where...
Bart or Nico now, I would guess. Rakan obviously gives you more engage. It's already nice with the Zinzor Galio. Yeah. It has a decent matchup into Alistar, but it's not really there to smash the lane or anything.
Towards that bottom side, just to enable the lead that Kalista and Boost you already have. But in this situation, Broken Blade.
It goes in onto Kana, who goes overheated. Broken Blade getting burned to a crisp. He went for that fight, and Kana just stands his ground. With Caps coming across and with that grand entrance, the heroic entrance from Caps, a possibility. Busio here to collapse, a 3v3. They jump onto Yahoo. Quickness out for the double charm, the torn out as well. Yahoo almost falling, but able to flash away. Kalist here first. But KC will just back away. Their mid laner very low. Broken Blade had worked his way down from top. Would have been a 5v4. Kana, no TP yet, hasn't completed that role quest. G2 start up the Drake. Yahoo underneath the tower. Looking for the Rune Prison here onto Kaz. But it's going to get taken out by the taunt. Kaz beginning to walk away. The hero's entrance knocked back by Busio, who will claim the kill. The Drake for G2, though, still at 2,000 HP. Kalist trying to come in from the bottom side, looking for the Transcend oneself. Kana's worked his way down. Meanwhile, Broken Blade's back up towards the top. It's got a 4v3 in favor of KC. Kalist flashing away from Skewmon. Labrov trying to dance around here as well. But a good trample stun into Yikes damage is enough to kill the enemy jungler. And Labrov and Hans Sama have to walk away, tails tucked between their legs.
Caps kind of end up
He's in the vicinity, and because of that, they decide discretion, the better part of Valor, not actually going for the fight. Skewmon looking for something here as well. Yahoo, no flash on him. Labrov goes in. Busio trying to act as that bodyguard. Good double taunt into the charm. The dash away as well from Labrov. And now Skewmon needs to get the hell out of there. Crescent Guard out. Tries to dash away from the Infernal Chains, but he's ripped back into the hands of KC. Yahoo gets his first of the game.
It was a weird...
He's going to TP down towards bot. Look for Kana. Good use of the Phaelites there from Kana with that control. Well, Dragon's Rage kick from Broken Blade, but he's used the safeguard now. Has to try and dodge his way away. Caught out. BB trying to do some magical stuff on this Lee Sin, but it's just not working. Caught out between Yike and Kana. He'll be burnt alive by that Rumble, who secures his second of the game.
It's Lee Sin is no. Electric Boogaloo.
Now up towards top. Phase Rush and Ghost available for Yahoo. Flash forward for the 3 Talon. There's a flash away from the taunt. The knockup with the Justice Punch not gonna land. And now Yahoo can just realm warp his way to safety. G2, interesting trade here. Rift Herald for the Drake. Yahoo getting some time with that top tier 1 as well. Should be able to take it down. From what I can see on the minimap, it's sitting at only 1 plate. Yeah, he's just waiting for it to kill off some of those minions. So will be a tower and a Rift Herald exchanged for a dragon. But KC opting out of putting themselves on soul point. Conversions will proc. And in the end, KC can't find much more of the play. Broken Blade here on level 14, going to take the tower, trying to heal up with that Ravenous Hydra Dragon to kick it out as Carmine Corp begin to collapse. Bucio no ultimate, but does have the flash, can look for the engage. Safeguard away from Broken Blade. G2 beginning to collapse here. Yike goes in, there's the equalizer. Hero's entrance out as well as Broken Blade dives in. A good charm coming out from Lebrov. It's a 1-for-1 so far, now 2-for-1 in favor of Carmine Corp. It's Scumo and the Caps in the middle of the meat grinder, and they just can't survive. They're minced to a crisp. They will get one more, but 4 for 2 is well in the Blue Wall's favor.
If you're going to try and take on players that are here, and Caps ends up picking up, doesn't even, sorry, pick.
He does,
there,
yeah.
at the end for Yahoo.
So Yahoo now with his 2 stacked items fully stacked up. Seraphs and the Rod of Ages. Kana also a really strong spot. Oblivion. As we see the charm going in, but it's Lebrov caught out here as entrance looking for the knockups here onto Yike. We'll get one. Bucio pops the Unbreakable Will. Skumon trying to get the damage down as well. And someone needs to do a lot of work in this fight. Bucio's low. They'll wait for the Unbreakable Will to fall off, and then they'll look to put the damage into him. Good slow. Realm Warp out. Knockup from Lebrov. Bucio still gets out because Yahoo was not CC'd. And the Alistair was able to take a Realm Warp out to safety. Yahoo doing a lot of work here. Skewen diving in with the Crescent Guard and knockup. Flashed away. Hansama Valkyrie's in. Yike pops the World Ender. And it's able to dash across the wall with the Umbral dash there. In the end.
And it means that G2 continue to keep this soul point at bay from KC.
They'll get another Cloud. Able to add the notch of a Cloud Drake onto their belts. Lebrov here. Cleanse and heal will cleanse the Rune Prison out. That's the power of the Unsealed Spellbook. Caps trying to hold the wave in mid. Broken Blade pushing in towards the bottom side. Matched by Kana. Caps, look at the damage coming out from Kalist! Caps just melts!
That Fiend Hunter bolt damage doing so
Broken
much.
Blade dodging away from Yike, who's trying to chase him down. EB does have the Dragon's Rage, doesn't want to use it, able to walk out. No Realm Warp behind him, no tower to stand. Sonic Wave misses, Dragon's Rage comes out, but it's too little too late for BB as he is burnt alive. Caps will push in the top side. G2.
Guarantee you've got a front line towards Kalist because you can see Broken Blade fishing for those Sonic Waves.
Lucio going in as a Skumon, Crescent Guard coming out. Lebrov is looking for a long flank all the way near the walls right now. Puts a control ward down. In case he overstepped, there's the risk of a quickness onto the back line. It's Kalist. There's the quickness. Here is entrance. Diving in as well. An equalizer down. They dive onto Kalist. Good double taunt for Bucio there to save his AD carry. And he does exactly that with the help of Kana. KC now re-engaging. Great stun onto Broken Blade with the trample as he tried to dive in. KC read them like a book. And they'll burn them in the river. Great play all round from Carmine Corp. G2, Lebrov, the last man standing, and all he can do.
In front of it, KC have denied them every opportunity this game. And now a Dragon, a Baron, and surely the game off the back of that.
It's going to be a 10K. There's the tower. And now KC with about a little bit more than 4 waves, about 6 waves or so to play with the increase, the shortened spawn time. Caps getting caught out. There's the quickness though onto Kalist. Crescent Guard out as well, but he's still got the flash to get away. TP coming out from Broken Blade, but already his jungler is down. And now KC can push through too. Kalist is going to reset. We'll be back out on the map quickly with the home guards. With how far forward these minion waves are pushed, he can sprint out, but instead he's just going to go towards the bot lane. Clear up that wave. Make sure G2 don't have any points of pressure on the map. KC will look for the double inhibs. With the Baroned up minions, they should be able to secure them. Kana with a stopwatch. The engage from Broken Blade again. Bucio punts him to Timbuktu, yeets him out of any possibility of a fight. And KC, even without their fed AD carry, are just pushing G2 back.
Bucio playing bouncer for Broken Blade, denying any access.
6 camps or so, you just don't get to enter the jungle. But across the board leads for KC. Bucio stepping in, Lebrov looking for the knockup onto Yike, can't land it. Dashes back to Broken Blade, who has to dash back to Skew1. Hansama has to dash back across the wall, and he just gets deleted. Yehu gets another Realm Warps in, sends the cow onto the backline, joins him. Crescent Guard out from Skew1 here, is used by Caps. The Zhonya's from Yehu buys enough time for the rest of KC to begin to collapse as Caps is forced low. He pops a stopwatch of his own, but I think the next thing going pop will be him. Exactly the case as G2 are sent back to the fountain. They can escape there, but what escape is it as they watch their Nexus fall? KC, 34 minutes in, have only given G2 3 kills. Well, 4 now as they die once to the fountain. A dominant victory for Carmine Corp.
G2 just got dismantled.
Yeah.
KC looking so good, dominant lanes, Yike playing well around them. The team fighting was fantastic. KC looked like a force to be reckoned with again.
I mean, I'm glad we're post the watershed because we had the Yahoo voice comms and then we had that shellacking from KC. You can vote for one of them in your player of the game. Yike.